Hi, everybody. Good morning. Shalom. I hope you had a great Purim and a very lively weekend. And now we're ready for a wonderful week, hopefully ahead. I wanted to stop and pause for a second just to appreciate a little bit of how much things have changed in the world at large. Sometimes I feel like I have to pinch myself because it's just amazing how many things have changed in the world at large, and specific, let's say, the position of Israel in the world, the way that Jewish people are looked at in the world. I'll give you a couple of examples. For instance, I was watching a talk by the Rebbe. This goes back to the 70s or 80s, perhaps. And the Rebbe was talking about how teaching the 7 Noachide laws years ago would have been dangerous for a Jew to do. To talk to a non-Jew, a Gentile in Europe and Eastern Europe and Russia, or most places in the world, about what it means to be a Noachide person, or what it means to have monotheism, so forth and so on, you could get executed for that. You could be sent to Siberia for such a thing. But the Rebbe pointed out how things have changed so totally that today, not only people are not against Jewish people sharing their faith and their teachings and teaching about monotheism and explaining the 7 Noachide laws, but they appreciate it, and even furthermore, sometimes they want it and they request it. So the Rebbe said that this is such a totally different type of environment that we're facing today, which really provides us the opportunity to share the knowledge of Judaism that we have with other people, because they are curious about it. And they do know about the position that Israel has today in the world, which is absolutely amazing, and the accomplishments of the Jewish people worldwide is something that's respected for the most part, even though there are anti-Semites out there, and there will always be anti-Semites, but on the larger scale, the position that we have is really amazing. I want to give you two small examples of something that happened recently here on Long Island with me. One is, for a reason which I'm not going to go into now, I had a Lutheran pastor, very nice man, and his wife as guests in my house. And I asked the Rebbe about it, and it was a very, very cordial meeting. We had a very nice discussion, and it was very interesting how curious he was about the Jewish view and things. So I asked him, why are you so curious about what Judaism has to say about all these things? So he said, for his position, if it isn't true that his Messiah is a Messiah according to the Jewish prophets, so he really doesn't think that it has validity, that a belief system without having that sort of say endorsement by the Jewish prophets, it doesn't have validity. And I told him, listen, it's not going to happen. I mean, there's no way that we could say that the Jewish prophets are prophesizing the Christian Messiah. However, I said, for our part, if you want to believe in something on your own and have your own prophets and have your own belief system, you can have whoever you want to be your Messiah. But no, he was insistent that the Jewish people have to have a certain endorsement of that fact, or at least that the prophets are really pointing in that direction. In any case, it was a whole discussion. I don't want to go into all the details right now, but it was, again, bringing out the idea how the position that the Jewish people have is seen in a very, very different light than perhaps we might think. When I go to Texas to visit my son Levi, it's amazing the perspective that the non-Jews there, the Christians, the Protestants have, because there are not a lot of Catholics there, but most of the Christians and Protestants, the Baptists, have towards the Jewish people. It's very, very powerfully positive. And they look at Israel as truly being a light amongst the nations, and they respect us for keeping to our faith and being proud of who we are, and not being afraid of showing it in an outward way and being able to express it in an open format, because that's what they expect of a Jewish people. And in fact, as the Rebbe pointed out many times, the more the Jewish people are willing and able on a regular basis to express who they are as Jews, the more trusted they will be by the non-Jews of their environment, because they'll know that these are honest people who are reflective of who they are. They're not trying to be somebody they're not. So it was a very interesting lesson, perhaps, that we can find in our own community. In addition, I'm going to a meeting today about something also very amazing, about without going into details, about a headmaster of a Catholic school who was offering the Jewish community that his secular studies should be available to Jewish students in order to be able to make a Jewish school. Now, it's a far-fetched idea. I never heard of such a thing, but just the idea that somebody should really reach out to, as he did, reach out to the Jewish community to try to offer their services is unheard of. So we really live in a time and an era where we have to stop and pinch ourselves once in a while to appreciate how open it is. Not that we can take advantage of it, should take advantage of it, or that we should take it for granted in any way. Not that we should let, change any halachas as a result of, obviously, of the new environment that we're in, but to really realize that there is an openness that we can use to spread Judaism, the basic thoughts of monotheism, and not be in any way intimidated or shy or holding back about it whatsoever. And this, in fact, as I've ever pointed out many times, is really a sign of the coming of Mashiach. That when Mashiach comes, there will be this, in general, total oneness and an acceptance, an understanding, and a acknowledgement of who the Jewish people are, what the Torah is, how God is one, and what God means, that there is a monotheism. And these are all things that we're stepping closer and closer to day by day, hour by hour. And it's a very exciting process, and we're very happy to be part of it. And I hope that you'll look beneath the surface to find out how it exists in your life as well, and perhaps how you can explore it a little more in your life to be able to take those little baby steps to talk to a non-Jew that you know, or to speak to a Gentile, whether it be a taxi cab driver, an Uber driver, or whether it be a next door neighbor. A little bit about what it means to be a Noahide laws, what the 7 Noahide laws are, and if you don't know yourself, to do a little research or ask your Chabad rabbi or find out what it means and what it's all about. Because it is exciting times that we live in, and hopefully it'll even get more exciting in a very positive, godly direction. Take care and have a great day.